So by popular demand, this is going to be my opponent's response to the video titled Rated T for Tolerance.
Don't propagate your hate because I have a higher standard on who you date.
Look at that, my fellow LGBT and non-LGBT friends alike. Within the first not even 15 seconds of the video, and she already sounds like she's going to be a brilliant intellectual on this subject matter. Look at me, guys. I'm better than you because my standard of who you date is much higher than yours. Oh, but you shouldn't hate on me for saying that because it's true, right? Now look, I know I've been kind of unfair to Christians sometimes in my videos. I sound like I'm overgeneralizing and I apologize. I know not all Christians hate on LGBTs. I know not all Christians are these bigoted assholes. But you know what? Especially with these outspoken fundies, it's just, they exude this air of arrogance, this holier-than-thou, hypocritical, I'm better than you because I have God on my side sort of attitude. And I would not be the first to make this complaint. I would not be the first to observe this, okay? And I get that within the first 15 seconds of this video. How the hell do you think I'm going to react for the next 2 minutes?
I'm not here to rally against what the government legislates.
Right, sweetheart. Sure, I believe you, because like every fundy that I've come across that happens to be anti-gay, you just say the same thing. Oh, we're not trying to rally against the government legislation and whatnot. We just want to point out that Jesus don't like them butt sex. Well, if, honestly, you had your way, if the fundies had their way, are you really expecting me to believe that in the blink of an eye, you wouldn't do something crazy and hypocritical and hateful to the LGBT community if you were given the chance? Huh.
I simply don't support a mind that is reprobate. Homosexuality is not innate.
I wonder where you got that from. Because I'm pretty sure the Bible says that atheists are also evil and unnatural or something along the lines of that. Are you going to deny us the right to marry too? Even if the signs pointed your way, that does not give you grounds to say that homosexuality should not be allowed, or that it's evil, or that we should not allow gays to marry.
It is not a genetic trait, cannot replicate the love between a man and a woman in which God did indeed create.
So where do you get that information from exactly? Where in all of academia have you seen that gays cannot love as straight people? Last I checked, no clinical psychologist ever said such a thing. So you're probably pulling this from out of your ass, unless you're speaking from experience. Or you may be perhaps a closeted lesbian, so you're speaking from personal knowledge. Well, then that would explain a lot. But for now, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say, no, you're not a closeted lesbian, and you're just a bigoted asshole. And on that note, how does one measure love exactly? Is there some scientific measure for you to determine that gays don't love as much as straight people do? So I'm pretty sure you're going to say, well, those Christian men and those Christian wives, they love each other and they love their Christian children, only for those Christian husbands to go fuck their very non-Christian mistresses before Sunday church service, right? But better that than to allow two consenting men or two consenting women to do whatever they want in the privacy of their own bedroom, right?
Now I can't dictate one's life and who they call soulmate.
Then shut the fuck up! What was the whole point of this poem if you're going to admit that you have absolutely no right to tell two consenting, loving people how to live their lives? I don't understand your mentality.
I simply don't want them to bake in a lake of fire for the name of love's sake.
Faggots are evil and they deserve to die. Niggas are evil and they're going to hell. Non-believers and atheists are all going to suffer and burn and choke and scream and... But I'm telling you this because Jesus Christ loved you. And I say this not in hate, but in love, like Jesus showed for us.
Homosexuality can only imitate. It will always be a counterfeit, a fake.
So how, again, would you know unless you are a closeted lesbian and don't want to admit it? Because I have yet to see any evidence other than, well, that's what my God told me, or that's what my priest told me before he touched them multi-boys every day.
The media tries to educate that this behavior is something we must tolerate, using propaganda like movies and TV shows to indoctrinate that this lifestyle should be considered normal.
You have the balls to accuse us of being indoctrinated? That is just rich.
Yet they fail to communicate the detrimental consequences to those that participate in male-to-male contact, calculate for the highest rate of new HIV and AIDS cases documented to date.
Jeez, do they teach you any new arguments in the Westboro Baptist Church or wherever the fuck you go? So, supposedly gays have the highest rate of STDs, right? Now, why should that mean we tell them that they're evil and immoral? Because I'm pretty sure lots of people, both gay and straight, have HIV/AIDS. Some people are even born with it, even though they're celibate. So, what's your point? It always stuns me how little thought people use when they try and apply statistics. So, yes, gays statistically may have a higher rate of STD transference than straight people or even lesbian people, but why would that matter? For all we know, maybe it could be multiple causes. Maybe it's because gay people happen to engage in less than safe sexual practices because of how ostracized they are. Does that thought not cross your head? Maybe it's because gay people just happen to have a higher rate of STDs, and it just might be a coincidence. Like, a correlation does not equal a causation, and the fact that you seem to use this as justification for your bigotry against gays really highlights how much you think. I guess it's as Repzion says, evidence and facts are clearly not a Christian strong suit, are they?
This is not to discriminate, but to demonstrate that same-sex relations devastate the health of many.
That has about as much meaning to me as if you told me straight to my face, oh, I don't hate Asian people, I just think they have funny-looking eyes and funny-looking haircuts and clothes, and oh yeah, they're a poison to society and they shouldn't marry. Yeah. This is hate speech, and if you're going to spout this to me, then at least do me a favor. Call a spade, and spare me the bullshit.
And to advocate for this lifestyle is considered love, and to go against it is labeled hate. It's like they don't see what's at stake until it's too late.
Think of the children.
In the end, there are two gates, one that is golden and one that separates. So what's it gonna be? Your mate or your fate?
No. This is the analogy you were looking for. There's a golden gate here, which leads to the Enlightenment, which leads to acceptance and tolerance and respect. And despite how many problems we have in this golden era, we're still working towards it. Then we have the shit-colored gate here, which represents the Dark Ages. You know, the age of bigotry and hatred and killing anyone who doesn't agree with you and who doesn't follow your particular dogma or your particular beliefs. So, what's it gonna be? You tell me. And may the truth always be heard.